good evening everybody, and thank you for all your help this week, and of course tonight as well. Quiet please. And tonight was a great victory for Saul Canelo Alvarez, but I think as well, a man to my right that showed plenty of heart and guts, and a round of applause I think for John Ryder for that performance tonight. We're going to go to the media for questions for John Ryder and the team. Mike.
Hey John, congratulations on a great performance. How bad did that nose hurt, and is it broken? What can you talk about how badly the nose was hurt?
Yeah, last punch in the second round. Just gone, not a massive shot, but I felt it go instantly, and blood in the back of my throat straight away. So it really threw me for a couple of rounds, but it is what it is. It's a new experience in the boxing ring, and something I learned from.
Is it broken?
I think so, yeah.
Bueno, están diciendo que prácticamente tiene la nariz rota y mostrarse mucho coraje.
You can't wait to win, that's the ultimate goal. Going the distance, I made a fight with him for a while, but on the scorecards I wanted to get that close. So, no, the whole victories maybe, yeah, but obviously I can't live a dream and I didn't achieve it, so.
John, who is the next plan in your career? Who is the next plan in your career?
I don't know, I'll have a nice rest now with the family, sit down with Tony, Charlie, Eddie, and we'll see where we go from there.
What's the overriding emotion?
Just gutted. I've put so much into the sport over the last few years, and not always got involved in the game. Come here with a dream, like I said. It fell short. That's boxing. Not the first, not the last.
How good was he?
Very good. I still think he's probably past his best, but he still had enough in his tank tonight.
John, when you say you're gutted, is there any part of you that's aware of how much you probably enhance your reputation?
Well, listen, I've not looked to the social media yet, all the feedback, so listen, I might sit there tomorrow with my family, enjoy them. Next couple of days, I'll look on social media, see what the feedback is, and go from there.
You know, you said that he's probably past his best. Why do you say that?
He couldn't get me out of there. His plan was to stop me, he didn't. I know I took a great shot in the fifth round, come back swinging, probably had some good runs after that.
John, you fought the best, Canelo Smith, Billy Dos Santos. How do you rate Canelo against those opponents?
He's up there. Listen, I feel if the nose didn't go in the second round, it probably would have been a different fight. Listen, it was great to share with him, it was great to share with every opponent I faced, but obviously ultimately I'm gutted that I didn't get the result. Sat there looking like an absolute victim, with nose in plaster, but listen, I've dared to do it, I've come up short, so obviously the overriding thing is that I'm gutted, but I'll have a good rest now, sit down with Tony, Eddie, Charlie, and see where we go from there.
John, you're the eighth British opponent Alvarez has beaten. Do you think you did the best of all?
Listen, I need to watch it back. I lasted 12 rounds, that's the cherry on the cake, I suppose.
When you were hurt and dropped, how did you come back so well? Because you did really well in the round straight after. How did you get through that?
It's all that time I was with Nigel Benn, just for what Nigel Benn did, just come out swinging. So he'd probably knock him out there. I didn't do that, unfortunately, but listen, I'm in the gym around great fighters, former idols, so I could be pulled from the best in the business.
John, over here. Do you have any regrets about tonight's fight?
No regrets, no. Just getting caught with that punch in the second round. I feel like it could have been slightly different moving forward. Took me a few rounds to regroup and readjust. But a great corner, kept me calm, kept me in the fight, and just happy that we live to see another day and fight another fight.
John, you said before that you think about whether you boxed on, but after that tonight, was the plan to go again?
Yeah, I think so. Got a lot of enjoyment out of that fight, although I got a busted nose. I'll sit down with the team and the family and just evaluate.
Eddie, what do you think?
I thought, it was a fantastic performance. I think that once his confidence grew in the fight, he grew in the fight. And I thought back half of the fight, I thought it was very competitive. I thought he won a couple of rounds in the back end of the fight. Boxeo looked a bit tired as well, which was a decent pace. But after 5 or 6 rounds, I didn't think he'd get through that. And I think, you know, there's always fans and people always like to question fighters' hearts, which they should never do. But what we saw tonight was a fight with lots of heart. And not just lots of heart, someone that was prepared to fight back, not just try and survive, but was prepared to stand and trade. And I thought he boxed really well, and it was surprising. I think early on in the fight, obviously the notes were a bit different, but once he started believing in himself, I thought he was effective in the fight. And to come back and make it competitive in the latter stages was incredible, considering the punishment and the damage that he took to his nose.
John,
Yeah, lots of options. I mean, look, you know, I think the first thing is arrest. He hasn't been that active over the years because we've always been waiting for slots and mandatory positions that he was in. But there's a lot of American super middleweights that are going to want to fight John Ryder. You know, his stock's going to rise in the UK as well. He can headline back there as well. So first things first, deserves a nice holiday. And I think his stock's risen immensely tonight.
John, after 12 rounds in the ring with Canelo, how can you describe him as a fighter? And as well, how can you describe this night in Guadalajara?
Listen, he's a great fighter, a great tactician. You can see he's always down in the late from the early rounds and just set traps in the middle rounds and just really executes himself. A fantastic fighter, but I knew that coming into this. Mexico has been unbelievable to me this week. So welcome. Genuinely has felt like home. If anyone's been to headline a show again, I definitely would. It's been great with the people who've really embraced me, talked to me, so it's been fantastic.
And this one is for Eddie Hearn, please. How can you describe this warrior? He looks like a Mexican, like sometimes. All my respect. How can you describe him?
Very proud of him. Very proud of him and the job that Tony and the gym and Dan Lawrence has done. The conditioning is everything. When you're that fit, he could have done another 5 rounds tonight.
Yeah.
You know, Sal looked tired as well. You know, it was a warm night. There's a lot of pressure on him. But to come back into the fight after looking like it was a one-sided fight in the first 6 rounds to making the back half competitive at least was, you know, he should be very proud of himself, and he proved that he's a world-class fighter. Last question, guys. I think we need to get Jim.
John, you talk a lot of times that you think you deserve this chance since the fight against Carlos Smith. But how do you feel that fights after that get you the experience to give his performance?
Yeah, I mean, obviously after the Curran Smith fight, I was gutted and COVID came about, so it was a real inactive 2 years for me. I got some good fights last year with Danny Jacobs and Zach Parker, so stood me in good stead for this fight. After the years of COVID, 1 fight a year for 2 years, and then having 2 fights last year, 2 good wins. It was great to start off the year with that goal in mind, and yeah, I just want to finish the year strong now.
Yeah, last question.
John, is there a reason you stood up in between rounds?
Yeah, I just felt like when I sat down, I couldn't really get my breath, so I had the towel in my mouth. Just couldn't get a good breath in, so I decided to stand.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, great performance, John Ryder.
Great job, John. Eso. You learn some Spanish here. There you go. Bueno, ahí nos saluda John Ryder, buen amigo. Lo conocemos hace mucho y la verdad que hemos platicado con él. Uno de sus sueños era sin duda pelear con el Canelo Álvarez y lo logró. Creo que ha dado una actuación excepcional esta noche. Aguantarle 12 rounds a Canelo aquí en Guadalajara, no cualquiera. Y honestamente creo que en el regreso escogieron un rival adecuado. Entiendo que mucha gente hubiera preferido, aunque no entiende las agendas, a un Benavides o algo así, pero bueno, lo de Ryder me parece que es maravilloso. Hubo un momento que estaba literalmente noqueado y eso habla muy bien de él. Un Ryder que se sobrepuso a la adversidad. Yo no quiero ni imaginarme lo que es meterse ante el libra por libra 3, 5, el que quieran ustedes llamar, pero el indiscutido de la 168 y meterse a su casa como lo hizo John Ryder. Yo creo que es momento de hablar de Ryder, reconocerlo, un hombre que solamente había sido noqueado en el 2015 y que viene de derrotar por decisión dividida a Jacobs, y después lo hizo con Zach Parker, quien llegaba con 22-0 a ese compromiso. John Ryder es un hombre que tira golpes extraños por las extremidades superiores, que son cortas y extrañas, insisto. Es sus golpes no llegan a estallar largos, pero son cortitos y explosivos. Dicho esto, me parece que lo que hace John Ryder es de aplaudirse. Él lo dijo siempre: me presentaré con respeto, nunca cruzaré líneas con el Canelo y ni con México, porque ya lo vieron ahorita cómo se despidió de manera muy amable y honestamente creo que sí se merece no solamente todo el reconocimiento y el cariño de los mexicanos. Vino a meterse aquí ante 65,000 personas, platicaba con gente que cubre la fuente de las Chivas Rayadas de Guadalajara semana a semana, bueno, cuando juegan aquí en casa en el Akron, y bueno, reconocían que sin duda había sido una actuación excepcional de Ryder ante 65,000 personas. Ya viene llegando gente, entiendo yo, del equipo de Canelo, por ahí gente también del Consejo Mundial de Boxeo, vemos a la distancia. Debo decirles que en este Guadalajara hoy infernal en cuanto al calor se refiere, pero mágico en cuanto a la gente, en cuanto a lo que se ofreció. No sé si llegué a contar bien, pero por ahí si no eran 100, si eran 70, 80 mariachis que, bueno, al unísono estuvieron apoyando en la llegada a Canelo rumbo al cuadrilátero. Una noche muy mexicana, una noche muy tapatía, no se podía esperar otra cosa en esta Guadalajara que describiera el pintor musical Pepe Guizar como Guadalajara, tienes el alma más mexicana, y me parece que es cierto. Voy a mostrarles un poco la cantidad de prensa. Ustedes saben que cubrimos semana a semana boxeo en todos los Estados Unidos, y pues esto aquí en México pues jala mucha prensa, y honestamente nos llena de emoción saber que el boxeo regresó y regresó en grande.
Canelo vamos a esperar entre 25 media hora
nos avisan
que
van a esperar, o vamos a esperar 25 minutos por el Canelo, así es de que despido este pequeño en vivo y me conecto en breve para cuando sea el momento de la conferencia de prensa ya de Canelo.